Hi, this is Ralph Bauer. This is my favorite putting drill. It's more like a test, right? So I've done this with a couple hundred people, from elite juniors to elite college players to all-Americans to tour players, and I find there's a direct correlation between how well you do on this test and how well you play, in tournament golf. So what I've got 12 tees set up. I've got a right to left putt here at 3 feet, 4 feet, and 5 feet, a straight uphill putt, a downhill putt, and a left to right putt. And all of them are in 3, 4 feet, 3, 4, and 5 feet. So the uphill and the downhill are pretty straightforward. Now, what we do to make this consistent, for the 3, 4, and 5 footer, we have just enough of a break so the 3 footer, we're aiming inside the edge, the 4 footer, we're going to aim on the edge, and the 5 footer, we're going to aim outside the hole. So when I'm hitting a 3 footer, I should be aiming inside the hole. When I'm hitting the 4 footer, I'm going to aim right on top of the edge. When I'm hitting the 5 footer, I'm going to be aiming outside the hole. That way it's consistent, from day to day. Even if the holes get cut or whatever, it's consistent. And here's what we're going to do. We have to make 3 putts from each tee. All right. So I want you to go through your whole routine, and try as hard as you can, because you're trying to do as well as you can and try to replicate as close as we can to what we're doing in a tournament. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and do this a little quicker. So this is my 3 footer. Okay, so that went in. Okay, that went in. Okay, that missed. So now my score is 1, and I still have to make 3 in a row from this tee. So what we're doing is we're going to count the number of misses that we have. We have to make 36 putts in total, and we're going to count the number of misses. So right now my number is 1, and I still have to make 3 from this tee. Once I'm done with this tee, I'm done with it forever, and I can move on to this tee here. So there's a couple great things that I like about this. First of all, we've all gone to a tournament, played 9 holes, and realized our putting wasn't great. This will help us, eliminate that problem. We can do this drill 2 days before the tournament. Then we'll know how we're doing with our putting. And then if it's good, we can feel comfortable with our putting in the tournament. If there's a problem, we have a couple days to work on it. Maybe throw some chalk lines down, maybe do some other drills that we can talk about with another video. The other thing too, maybe you're not sure if you should go cross-handed, regular. Well, you can test it out, right? You can just go through the drill and test it out. Now, what I found is a pretty good junior player, let's say a 1 handicap, is going to get a score of about 10 on this. All right. If you're an elite junior, let's say you're playing in the U.S. Junior Championship, you're going to get a score of about 4 on this. If you're an All-American in college, your score is going to be pretty close to 3. If you're an elite tour player, so the best putters in the world on this test would be averaging 1. So right there I've already missed 1, so it has to be perfect on the next 36 putts. So it's a bit of a challenge. You can also see how good a players they are. So it's great to kind of test ourselves so we can see where we are, you know what I mean? And then we can see where we want to get to. The other thing I like about it is it gives us a number that we can work on. So I can do the test, I can go ahead and do some drills, I can come back and do the test, see how I do on the test, give me a number, that I can work towards. The other thing it's good for, let's say I do really well on the test, and then I don't perform as well as I'd like in a tournament, then I can take a look at, how I'm approaching the tournament. Maybe I'm speeding up. There's different things people do in tournaments to make us not as effective as we would like to be. But by testing ourselves, we know that our baseline is good, and then we should be able to go out there and execute that with the same, just as well as we are out here. So why don't you shut that video off, and I'll keep working on this putt.